Howdy! So once you have found MyFlex, how do you go about recording your hours? It's a pretty straightforward process. Let's walk through it together. First of all, you click on this lovely MyFlex button over here on the left side of the screen. And that takes you to a version of MyFlex that's actually embedded right in here on the PDP Canvas page. And you can see my transcript. I haven't really put anything up here yet, so we can do some together now. You will see that you want to make sure you're set for the year that you're recording your hours. You want to select your objectives for the year, and then you will see there are totals of what you've reported or claimed so far, including workshops, other pre-approved activities. So now that you're on the transcript page, you have two options for adding hours. One is to click on the workshops button. The other is to choose other activities. For workshops, things are pretty straightforward. You click on workshops, scroll down, find the workshop you attended. You click on it, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and you will see a Submit Enrollment Request link at the bottom of the page. You go ahead and click on that. Now, ideally, this was done before you attended a Flex workshop. You clicked on the enrollment and it's already in the system. But sometimes people end up at workshops they didn't plan at or whatever, and you need to go in and select your hour. And then you'll see that it shows up. There it is, Interactive Teaching Tools. Now, another way that you can record Flex is through other activities. And this is becoming increasingly common. This is where you go out on your own and design your own Flex materials. And that can be anything from advising and mentoring, to collaborating with colleagues, to attending community and cultural events, to going to a conference or a presentation, to doing coursework, either outside the institution or a Canvas-related coursework, for example, or something via @ONE. There's lots of different coursework options. Curriculum, that refers to when you're working on course curriculum like official course outlines of record, not working on your own classes. The development of your own classes is considered part of your core responsibility. Reading and writing and research. You can read anything you want, write about anything you want, research anything you want that is related to your teaching work, and report Flex credit here. So let's imagine we go with that one. Let's say that I've recently read an article in a journal that I want to give myself Flex credit for. So I've clicked Reading, Writing, and Research. I click on Save and go to Next. It calls up this dialog box. I give it a title. So in this case, I'll use the title of the article, Online Engagement. And I like to include the name of the journal, so I might put Teaching English in the 2-year college. And under the activity description, I might write something simple like this journal article explored strategies for helping students connect with each other and their instructor in online courses. I could just stop there and just record the time, but I could also add something like this. I discussed this article with 3 colleagues over lunch during week 10. Okay, so I don't have to have done anything with it. I could have just read it on my own and recorded the timing, but I added that piece just to show you that you have that kind of flexibility. So let's say that I did this. I started doing it on April 18th. I finished my discussion with my colleagues on the 26th. I enter the total hours. Let's say it took me an hour to read the article and I spent an hour talking about it. I put down 2 articles. Now, under choosing a file for documentation, there's a lot of things I could do there. I could upload some notes I took from that discussion if I want to. I could upload the article itself if I want to. Those are various possibilities. Documentation isn't required, it's optional, but it is recommended in case you're ever audited later and you want to be able to provide documentation that you did the work that you said. You go down to the bottom here and you sign that you completed the work that you did, and then you submit pre-approved flex activity, and it shows up on your page, on your transcript page. The other thing I want you to notice is that once you do this, it's in. So there's no more documentation than this. You enter it, and when it shows up on your transcript page, it's in the system. So anything that shows up on the transcript page is there. There's no other documentation process. And at the end of the semester, there's no other documentation you turn in. You just make sure that you meet your obligation hours on the transcript page. And if you've entered enough activities that the obligation matches the completed hours, then you're done. As you can see, I'm not done. I've got more hours I need to do. The red tells me I got 12 more hours I need to enter in the system. If the 34 in blue matched the 34 in green, I'd be done. There's no button to click or sign off on that you're done. You just make sure that your obligation hours match your term completed hours. And the term completed hours are all the hours that you entered using the workshop and other activities function. I hope that helps. Please feel free to email me at any time with any questions, or to call Debbie Adler or I. You can find all that contact information on any one of the 12,000 emails I've sent you over the past year. Thanks. Hope this was helpful. Bye.